Interior style, infotainment and accessories. There's some good technology on board the Atto 3, but the cabin's quirky design might put you off. The outside of the BYD Atto 3 looks pretty plain and generic, but the interior is not like that. Actually, in some ways it's quite overstyled. The design is, apparently, supposed to mimic a gym. Yes, you read that right. The big, chunky air vents are supposed to look like dumbbells, seriously, although the swoopy dash shapes remind us more of some of the supporting cast from Return of the Jedi, although the gear selector, which looks like the throttle lever of an Airbus, also could have come from the Millennium Falcon, so that's a good thing. What's definitely very good is the big touchscreen in the center of the dash. Basic versions of the Atto 3 get a 12.0-inch screen, but the top-spec versions get a massive 15.6-inch one. The screen is responsive, and the Apple-style menu and icons work well. Appropriately, you can get Apple CarPlay to connect your phone, but Android Auto won't be available until there's a software update, delivered over the air, in the coming months. The screen's party piece is that, at the touch of a button, either a physical one on the steering wheel or a virtual one on the screen, the whole screen rotates from a horizontal landscape layout to an upright portrait layout, or vice versa. Portrait mode is arguably better for the sat-nav, which is a very clear and accurate system, by the way, but it does take away a little of your forward visibility. And for some odd reason, if you're wearing polarized sunglasses, the screen basically disappears in portrait mode, something to do with the angles the screen's pixels work at, so bear that in mind. The little screen behind the wheel, which is your instrument panel, is tiny compared to the big central screen, and although it's clear and easy to read, the one on our test car did appear to be sitting at a slight angle, which doesn't say much for the Atto's build quality. The material quality of the upper parts of the cabin is very good, lots of soft touch surfaces and plenty of buttery soft, pleather, vegan leather, but lower down, the plastics get very hard and rough-edged, so much so that you can easily injure yourself when opening the steering column adjuster. Still, overall the Atto has a better quality cabin than an equivalent VW or MG, although the seam on the silvery door armrest looks like it came off a child's toy, and not an expensive one. There are some odd touches too. The interior door handles are big, flat rocker switches which rotate around the little stereo speakers. Those speakers have inset LED lights which can be made to pulse to the beat of whatever you're listening to, and there's even an optional karaoke system built into the screen. The front seats are very comfortable, and the imitation leather looks and feels nice, but some might find them to be a little too soft at times. A bit more firm support would be helpful for longer journeys.
It's all right. And today I'm going to talk about this, the towing from electric cars, and this is a general video which will apply to most of the electric cars, and there are certain things you need to look out for, but generally, if you have the opportunity to get a service where they can lift the car up and put it on a tow truck, a tow lorry, this is the best way forward. Now, I appreciate that it's financially a problem, and it's maybe much easier to ask a mate and you can tow it, but you can cause a huge amount of damage to your vehicle. Now, in this video, I will not be able to show you any electric cars because I don't have any, but I educated myself to help you people, because several of my fans and subscribers, members, followers asked me to do the research and to make this video. Now, very, very important is that if you were to break down or the car certainly stops and nothing is working anymore, very important for you to know that the car has a hybrid battery which operates the motor, the electromotor, which drives the car back and forward, but it also have an auxiliary battery which is something like this. This is from a Toyota Prius generation 1. Now, of course, a modern electric car will have a slightly bigger battery, but this is called the auxiliary battery, and this is a normal 12-volt battery. It's not very normal, it's quite unnormal, because it can cost up to £900. So this one was only 150. This is a battery with no maintenance. It has some sort of gel inside, and it's perfect for the stop and go cars. Now, if you're in a situation where there is no display and nothing is switching on and off on the car, then it's very, very likely that this little battery is gone or flat. Now, here is the importance. If this little battery is flat, you won't be able to tow the car, because the parking brakes will be on. It will be automatically, it puts himself automatically in parking. And I mean, you can tow it, but you then can take the equipment and put it in the bin. So it does so much damage. If you tow the car when the parking brakes are on and it's in parking, with the truck you will be able to tow it, but that car is going to be finished. Now, there are certain other things you could do. If it's a front wheel drive, you can use a dolly. You could put the front wheels on a dolly, but you have a problem. The parking brake will be on, right? So the parking brake is normally operating the back tires, so the back wheels, so it's not really an option either. Now, if you put the two back tires, the front and the rear end of the car on a dolly, then you have the problem that the car is still in parking. So, as I said, the only way to really do it, if you have a back wheel drive and the handbrake is working on the back wheels, because then you can put it on the dolly, tow it, because then the front wheels are just they're not connected to any motor. If you have a four-wheel drive, then you're back to square one. Nothing gonna happen. Now, how can you then actually tow it if that little auxiliary battery is gone? Because if that is gone, it doesn't matter if your hybrid battery is fully charged. It's not going to move, because this little battery controls in most of the cars the selection lever, the displays, all the small electronics in the car. Now, you have several options. This is a little machine which I recommend. I mean, these are used for the combustion engine cars, to restart them if the battery is flat. But this little gear certainly would give on this battery enough voltage that at least you can use the selective lever and put it into neutral, to at least you can push the car, or ask somebody push the car a little bit away from a danger zone. So this would have enough battery. This would have enough battery to certainly move the car a little bit out of the danger zone. If you're in the middle of a dual carriageway and you break down in the middle or at the red light, you can't really leave the car there for a long time. So you connect this gear onto the battery. Now, in any electric car, the battery is in different places. Normally, it will be in the front, on the left, on the right side. It's kind of easy to locate, because I mean everybody knows how a battery looks like, or most of the people will know. Red, it might be like a red plastic on it, is for the positive, and for the negative. I mean, if you don't know anything about, literally anything about it, then just get a professional. This video is designed for people who have a little bit of understanding how electronics work. A basic understanding. Now, very, very important is that you can't push an electric car on your own. The seat has sensors, and when there is no pressure on the driver's seat, the car is not going anywhere. So even if even if your 12-volt battery is on, or you use that gear, what I told you, that equipment, you won't be able to push it on your own because you need to sit on it. Now, there is a trick which is a bit filthy, but you know, in a scenario where you have nothing else to, you don't have anyone to help you, then you have to take extreme measures. If you find a log or some bricks, put a little bit of a cover on a blanket on the seat, put a big log on it, or some bricks or some tiles or whatever you find on the street corner. That will deactivate the sensor, the pressure sensor on the seat, and then hopefully put it in neutral. You will be able to push the car on your own off of a danger zone. Having said that, if you break down somewhere, you can ask people. I'm pretty sure they help you, and then you just have to sit in the car and being pushed. Now, if you need to tow it longer, and example Mercedes recommends it to not to tow it longer than 50 kilometers, which is around 35 miles, and not quicker than 50 kilometers per hour, which will be what, 35, around 35. Now, the battery, that 12-volt battery needs to be okay. Now, this won't last you 50 kilometers. This gear is just literally to push the car off of the road. Around 80 pounds, I put a link in there. Buy it anyway. It can help you out of a very, very dodgy situation. You can also use it as a battery pack for your mobile phone, to charge your mobile phone. And in a really, really weird situation when you come in life, in the forest, it should. Well, it certainly has the SOS light. I don't know why is it not happening. Oh yeah, here we go. So this is sending out an SOS signal. So when you're somewhere in a place, you could be on a boat, whatever. So this gear is not just for starting the car. This is a very important, this can save your life. I mean, this light in the dark goes for long, and everybody really knows the SOS light code. So if somebody sees you, they will know that you're in a problem. So this can be good for many things. What I do recommend, which is a little bit crazy, but I'm coming from a country where you had to find solutions. Stuff wasn't available, so you had to fix it or make it, and therefore my videos are quite weird, because I'm just a guy who like to make things work. So what would I do if I would an electric car? I would invest in a battery like that, right? Having it fully charged. This is from a Toyota Prius, as I said, generation 1. It's quite cheap, but if you connect this battery to that 12-volt battery with a lead like this, right? Connect, positive, yeah, negative to negative, and then the other end, you connect in your car, obviously red to red, black to black, and this on the other end would certainly give you enough power with that 12-volt battery that you can throw it to the next garage, or at least in a secure area. I'm not sure 35 miles, but it's possible. Now, this is gonna cost you 125 quid. You have it in the boot of your car. Doesn't take much space away, but you can take then the whole battery with that lead and literally put it somewhere in the hood, under the hood, because this battery will fit anywhere. In any car, you will be able to put it. Of course, the hood you won't be able to close, but at least it gives you the power to keep the car to keep the car in neutral. Now, it is not sexy, yes, because the thing will be open, but if someone is towing you with 20 miles an hour, the hood will not go up. It just won't. But of course, you can also secure the hood with a bungee or something. But this battery will fit under the hood and will supply you with the right amount of power for the auxiliary battery to be able to thrown away. Now, of course, if you have the money, these days, if you have an electric car, I suppose you have the money, then just get a tow truck, they lift it up, put it there, drop it off, gonna cost you 450 quid. Or you're insured, you have a breakdown cover, no big deal. Make sure for the breakdown cover, you take a breakdown cover which includes picking up EVs, because not all the insurances have it. And then you don't have to worry about it. I'm talking about here this video for people who are in a distress situation. I know it's long. I know it's 12 minutes, but 12 minutes or spend thousands of pounds, it's up to you. So those are the tips which I gathered for myself. Select the lever, put it into neutral. Make sure you sit in the car. Make sure the 12-volt battery is on. If it's not on, you will know anyway, because you won't be able to select. And then tow the car only 35 miles with maximum speed of 35 miles an hour. Mercedes recommends 50 kilometers, 50 km/h, which is 35 in miles and in speed. So thank you ever so much to watch this, and I hope it really helped you. This is a general video for all electric cars. I'm pretty sure there will be, or the ones that are coming out, some of them will be different, and some of them, so my video doesn't apply to some of them. But right now, what I'm marketing in July 2023, what I just told you works on 95% of the electric cars out there. Okay, quick recap. If you lose all battery if you don't have any display and nothing is on in the car, it's a high possibility that this auxiliary battery 12-volt one is dead. Those are going normally 5 years. If they die, they just die from one day to the other. You know what to do. You have to use something like this to give it a bit of power to be pushed off of the street, and or use this combination to be able to be towed. Make sure the selective lever is in neutral. Make sure you remain seated in the car while being towed. And if you can't, you have to put some heavy load into the seat so it deactivates the sensor, and then you can push it yourself for a few meters to take it off of the road. In an emergency, you have to do what you have to do. Right now, don't get doggies for tuning my channel. Like, share, comment. And of course, if you have any other tips, or is there something which I missed, or you feel that this information is not correct, then please leave me a comment, and I will redo the video, because I don't wanna spread here. I don't want to spread here stuff which is not correct. But as far as I educated myself, and as far as my understanding of these electric vehicles, this is the way forward. Au revoir.